Hi there, thanks for checking in. This is for my review of The Little Mermaid 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray. This is the Best Buy version. It's the Steelbook. I did an unboxing video with this, so you've seen it all before. So let's talk The Little Mermaid 2023 live action remake. Not really imagining, because it's pretty much the same thing. There's extra songs and stuff. Some, whether they fit or not, that's a question, but who knows. What I thought of this movie, I just, like other Disney remake ones, kind of bored, kind of dull, kind of wish it would have had some energy and stuff. I'll echo that Halle Bailey. It's a nice breakout role for her. I honestly think she's fine when she's talking and stuff, swimming in the sea, but when she goes silent, she's great. And I'm not saying that as a backhanded compliment. That's some tough work. And she's pulling it off with the grace of a silent film star and conveying so much stuff with her eyes and her looks and her emotions. And it's a challenge. And for someone to do that in an early role like this and just nail it and be the best thing on the screen when you're with acting veterans and stuff, that's amazing. I just think the movie, I liked Scuttlebutt because it was a ridiculous moment and a film without a pulse. I'm not a fan of the photorealism when you're going with the creatures. They kind of look creepy or boring because they don't have expressions anymore. There's a world of color and stuff that I feel like is not being utilized. Melissa McCarthy feels restrained and weird, and Javier Bardem, who I love, is not good in this movie. And then the end finale, this kaiju Ursula thing, you can't see it. It's really dark. I don't know, folks. Just wasn't a fan. It's 2 stars out of 5 for The Little Mermaid because I think there's some effort there and it's a competently put together film. It's just I kind of bored. Yeah, it's 2 hours and stuff. So let's get in this 4K. Let's talk about the video quality. So this is a 235 or 24, whatever. I can't remember. Poor reviewer. As always, 2160p encoded just like all the other 4Ks. The video on this looks excellent. It's a pristine picture. I think a lot of the darkness in this movie helps. There's HDR that pops, like Ursula's under her tendrils or whatever. Really glow. Triton, his staff can glow really nice. There's a lot of nice color saturation going around. I felt like it looked more colorful on this than it did in the theater. It's really weird. The underwater stuff is definitely works. I think there's some good contrast there, adding some definition and stuff. It's the depth's decent. It's pretty solid. A lot of CG stuff will kind of hamper or whatever. And I think like the CG actually looks a lot better here, where it would be more revealing than it does the standard Blu-ray. So, definitely. So the video on this one, you give a 5. Regular Blu-ray looks nice too. Looks about as best as you can get on that format. I'm going to give it a 5 as well. The Dolby Atmos is another solid one, like I did Elemental the other day. This is pretty good. The volume set good. It's a good effect. Playing around the room, a lot of water everywhere up top. The battle scene at the end is pretty effective. Does things well. Things have a lot of layering, depth of the sound, like creaks and cracks and like all little things. It's pretty playful. Environments are well realized. So that audio, which I'm mentioning, is a Dolby Atmos on the 4K, which also comes with the 2.0 descriptive track, a French 5.1 Dolby Digital, Spanish 7.1 Dolby Digital Plus, and Japanese 7.1 Dolby Digital Plus. English SDH, French, Spanish, and Japanese subtitles accompany it. The Blu-ray, the standard one, is an English 7.1 DTS HDMA, also very good sounding. They're both terrific audios. I don't know why they don't put the Atmos on the standard Blu-ray, which you can, Disney. I don't know if you know that. You can if you want. It also has the descriptive audio. French is 5.1 Dolby Digital. The Spanish is downgraded to a 5.1 Dolby Digital here. English SDH, French, and Spanish subtitles. No Japanese subtitles on the standard Blu-ray. So these audios, while I give the videos 5s, the audios I'm going to go 4.5 and 5 for the 7.1. It's a little bit more effective, but they both work really well. Extras, of course, an extra itself is the Steelbook. If you buy the unique packaging, you get a digital code with it to redeem, and then it has some featurettes. So they have a one called Hotter Under the Water, which runs about a little over 26 minutes. It's a 5-part little series, which culminates in some sort of making of. Rob Marshall says that this is the most difficult film he'd ever done, and he wanted to protect the beauty of what was in the original while also being imaginative as well. Okay, there's lots of behind the scenes footage, people recording in sound booths, talking about making the anime characters, this desire to go photo real, creating 2 different worlds that contrast, like they wanted the above water, the Eric's world, to be very grounded and real, and then under the sea to be fantastical and wild. And then they also talk about some of the music in this one as well. There's also a song breakdowns where they break down Wild and Chartered Waters, Under the Sea, Kiss the Girl, and Poor Unfortunate Souls. And each of those runs anywhere from 4 to 6 minutes. And they focus on the song and what it means and all that mumbo jumbo. Then we have also a featurette called The Scuttlebutt on Sidekicks, which runs 6 minutes 49 seconds, and this is just about Flounder, Sebastian, and all them, and talking about the actors and stuff and those side characters and how they approached it for this movie and how they make it work visually. Then we have Passing the Dinglehopper, which is a little featurette dedicated to Jodie Benson's cameo, the original Ariel voice, talking about her and then putting her in the movie and trying to make that part important. And then we have bloopers, about 2 minutes of them. So Aaron Newerth, out with Aaron Abe, always interested in the bloopers. So for him, he's checking in, skipping over it. Bloopers 2 minutes. There you go, Aaron. So anyways, extras, they're fluffy. They got something, but I'm gonna give it a 2.5 on the extras for this one. Overall, movie presentation great. Movie extras fine. I'm gonna give it a 4. So there you go. You don't have to get this Best Buy version of The Little Mermaid, but this is the one I was sent, and thankfully to them, I had a defective disc for my first one. They sent me a replacement. Very nice. Appreciate that. So this is The Little Mermaid on Steelbook. So yeah, there you are. So thank you for watching. I've got a couple more reviews to do. This is the second in a series of 4 that I'm doing. If you like this or whatever, cool. Thank you. Appreciate you watching. And as always, I say stay film positive.